Day we are together again. On the day we are together again, I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again, we will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will go back to work. May we be among people who respect our work. Someday we will go back to work. I will write you a letter for now. I will write you a letter for now. Hope is a message that survives somehow. I will write you a letter for now. I will help the strangers I meet. I will help the strangers I meet. It is possible to get back on our feet. I will help the strangers I meet. To the healers who keep us alive. To the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light. To the healers who keep us alive. And the ones we love who are gone. And the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Today is November 21st, 2023. It is 8:04 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. I appreciate all your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere, but you chose to be right here, and I am thankful for each of you. It's good to see you all. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Angel talks too fast. Love you, mean it. Love you. Good to see you. Abby, good to see you. Patty Ponytail, Susan, Hey Jude, Rhonda, Daily, JD, Smiley, Happy Hippie, Loyal, Green Eyes, Fine Summer, English Rose, Kathy, Whistle, Millie, Hey Jude, Joe, JD, Brandy B, Canadian Robin, Judy's, Karma, Sharon, Beverly, Shannon, Millie off, SL, Sassy Frass, Candy Lee, Canadian Cookie, Happy Hippie, Susan, Linda, Beverly, Sherry's Opinion, Sally, is it Chai? Trina, Shannon Muscles, the other Sharon, True Love. Hello, everyone. It's so great to see you all. Thank you all for joining me. I was clipping something right before I came on, and I got the giggles. Oh my God. I didn't know if I was going to get through it or not. I got the giggles because I'm going to show it to you in just a second, but it's got to. I'm really trying to hold it in, guys. I don't know why. I'm really trying to hold it together right now. When I get tickled, I never forget about you. I would never, never forget about any of you. I'm sorry. It's so hard trying to get everyone. It's nothing personal. I promise you, 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 promise you. So I was clipping something, and it's our sister PG. Film around this side. No, around this side. No, around this side.
Listen to the sound of that fucking door, people.
Can't take it. I don't know why that makes oh, I'm so inappropriate, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh gosh. BG just tells it like it is. She just tells it like it is. She film around this side. No, around this side. No, around this side.
Listen to the sound of that fucking door, people.
I can't take it. I can't take it. She's just on it. Yes, that door. But it's true. It's true. I, I mean, she's actually right about it. She's got, there's the interview. Sorry. Um, that's PG. That's exactly right. That's PG, and I love her for it. She has that. There's the interview with Grandis, and someone shuts that door. She shuts the back, and Grandis looks, and she's sitting up there next to the camper, and that's how loud it is. And and then we've got at least 2 clips of, yeah, it's always a door, isn't it, Greenas? It's always a door. Okay, I gotta quit. Okay. And it's a really loud door. It's a real film around this side. No, around this side. No, around this side.
Listen to the sound of that fucking door, people.
And you've got Grandis and Candace sitting up there that day. Well, they would have heard that door. Grandis heard it whenever she was doing an interview. She was concentrated on an interview. Someone came out that back door, her neck slapped around, because that is the natural thing to do. That is the natural thing to do. Oh my. Okay. Goodness gracious. That door. Yes. Hold on 1 second. Oh my God. I gotta fix this. Okay. All right. You gotta love PG. she tells it the way it is. You know, I try to be a little more diplomatic about things, but she's got it. Hold on. All right. So yes, PG is a riot. So Candace was in a where was she? She was in a, what is it? She was in a chat room. Why does my fucking thing keep going off? Hold on, I need to fix something. 1 second, guys. Loose wires, loose wires. Okay. So what was I doing? That threw me for yeah, when I get tickled like that, it's just it's over for me. So we've got some things we're gonna, Candace was in a chat recently, and she was talking about, here we go. Let me pop this over here, turn off my phone. Hold on, let me turn off my phone, y'all, for 1 second. Okay. All right. She goes, Ken goes, hello, everyone. Much love. And someone wrote, many of these YouTubers claim Dawn, you know, touched Summer, but I cannot find any evidence besides them saying it or him saying that she slept in bed until 5 years old, which I want to be very clear about this. We have no idea what happened to Summer or if she was ever abused in that. We don't know. We don't know. Now, I kind of take the middle road in this. I try to take the middle road in this because A, we don't know. And I don't think it's fair to say that Dawn did anything to Summer or any other, you know, it's uncomfortable to talk about, but I don't think it's fair to say. But we also don't know what happened to Summer either. We don't know what happened to her. And that being said, we do know Dawn's history. Now, you can have your feeling on however you want to think. That is, this is my opinion, and you are fully allowed to have your opinion, and that's that. Nobody should, you know, make you feel a certain way about how you feel based upon, you know, your conclusion of what we know so far and what we don't know. But so it goes on. It goes on. And let me pop it over here. It says, Pink, she always slept right next to me. Can says, or someone says, Can, yes, that's nice. It is not weird for kids to sleep in bed with their parents. I used to ask my grandma to get in with her. And Can wrote, LOL, where is this? LOL, he doesn't wear underwear. LOL, ha ha ha. Now, that was sent to me. That's disturbing. It's disturbing. Not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Um, I feel this case will be solved. However, I think it's going to boil down to one of two things. One, it is CPS related, which law enforcement has said that they interweave, intertangle, right? But to what degree? To what degree? We don't know. We really don't know. But I do think this is highly, highly disturbing at the very least, and I don't think it's nothing to joke about at all. Justin, not sure if you know, but the names blacked out are kind of transparent. Yeah, yeah. This was just sent to me. I mean, it says the name right there, so it's public. So none of no, so there's no one wondering why they have none of their kids. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I don't think I've said this a long time now. I don't think that it is a coincidence that you have 7 children in 3 different states, 3 different times in your life, and all of them have been removed at different agencies. At different agencies. Exactly, Wisconsin. We don't know. We don't know, and I think that's and I will not ever claim that I know something that I don't, but I also think you also can't help but question it. You cannot help but question, if we're honest, based upon the things Don has said, the things Don has done, not the things that I may think or you may think, but the actual police reports of someone doing something extraordinarily disturbing. Well, here's Sassy Frass. Sassy Frass knows the Wells, she knows Pam, and she knows them very, very, very well. Justin, the Wells are way past normal. And I would agree with that. It is not normal. It's not normal for even with like Jose, it's not normal for especially Don not being there when like Jose moved in. That is not normal for basically a single mother at the time allowing this strange man that she doesn't know from Adam just move in with her, live with her. Now, Candace and Dawn are used to this because of their lifestyle. because of their lifestyle, to say the least. But it's very, very disturbing. And I want to give credit to Cher here. She sent this to me, or she let me use this rather. This is a picture of Dawn and Summer. She writes, so beautiful. And Dawn says, last picture with her. Miss her so bad. This picture sticks in my head. It sticks in my head. That looks like it just doesn't feel, it's endearing. It is endearing. But like Dawn is just I don't know. I don't know. Is it Carol? Carol, thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate your support. Welcome to the family. Appreciate you. Thank you. But the circumstances behind the picture, we don't know. Yeah, he looks very emotional there. It kind of feels like that. I always knew something was going to happen to her. I've always been bothered by the numerous pictures of Summer where she is guard. Yeah. This was an interesting text from Don. He says, I was telling Candace where Hunter said Candace went straight to his house and all that. But anyway, she confirmed that we were busy with police and everything else. She also stated she always keeps her phone in her pocket and Hunter would never have access to it. Well, she wasn't even there because that's when all hell broke loose. The story was completely fabricated. Guys, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet already. I would greatly appreciate it. I want to go over a couple things this evening. Let me also, if you go to the interview room after this live or whenever, try to go there today. If you have been following the Dee Warner case, an arrest was finally made in the Dee Warner case today. She had been missing since April of 2021, I believe. And today is a day of justice for Dee Warner. And from my understanding, her husband is the did they not arrest yet? I don't know. But go anyway, go ahead to the interview room after this. Chris has a lot of information for you guys over there on the Dee Warner case. And I highly recommend going over there. I was over there earlier when he was live, and lots of good information on a bunch of cases over there. So there's that. All right, I want to go over an interview with you guys from Voices from Behind the Wall, aka Cher. this is it's a definitely an older interview, but I think it's very, very important. Remember what Ronnie Lawson said.
Obviously, no Don's there, but like the mother and all those other people, are they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
Remember, Mike, you have some news? What you got? What you got, Mike? Hello, Justin. Hey, Bootsy. Good to see you, Nana. Jude, hello. All right. This, Don says some interesting things. Very, very interesting things here. Very interesting things. After that, when Grandis decided she was taking a nap. I wonder sometimes if Candace went straight to Hunter's house, maybe. Is it possible? Yeah, why do you need an... Yeah. Yeah. You are assigned CPS attorneys, that is true. But why would a parent or parents not cooperate? She owes the authorities. What does that mean, Mike? What does that mean? She owes... Did they ever really cooperate with law enforcement? I mean, in the initial stages, law enforcement, TBI said they were cooperating in the first couple days. But, I think that is whenever an answer for the red truck. Really? Mike. So is she insinuating her red truck was there? Is that what you mean by that? Yeah. It looks like something from a horror movie, doesn't it, Beth Ann? It really does. Yes, AV, exactly. I'm waiting for Mike to type. That's something very interesting. Robin's dad had a red truck. Yeah. She also removed it off the missing pliers. We're going to have to stay on top of that. Not sure, but she keeping back a name. Check into that. Check into that. Can y'all hear that good? That's messing with an investigation, yeah. Let me know if y'all can hear that. Okay. You can't hear that? Mother trucker. Hold on, let's see.
I knew I was there all day, and
How
I
about-
talked with them.
Can you hear that now? Yeah, he looks sadistic, doesn't he? Can you hear that now, guys? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, perfect. All right. Here we go.
Hour, and then the big. Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, though, I got the Jamie's crew. I was working right across the street in the house right across from them, so they knew I was there all day, and
You know, Don can be stating, you know, 2 cups of milk and a recipe. I was at work that day. He always makes sure that he states that he was at work that day. One second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. He is always trying to make sure. Now, it's interesting because Dudley states that was the day before, on the 14th. He said whenever he went and saw Jamie and all of that.
I talked with him all the time. But after his crew left, he come over and he talked to me for a good half hour, and then the big boss come by and was making fun of me for using the Subaru to put my drywall tools in, and then it wasn't, I don't know, 30 minutes later,
I bet he was making fun of you because that is not natural. It's not natural to buy a brand new spanking car just to put some miles on it to tear it to hell. It's not normal.
got the call from Candace, I think.
Yeah.
Bingo, Ramona. Trust me. After 2.5 years, in my opinion, if they could have placed Don at work, they would have cleared him by now. They would have cleared him, in my opinion. Absolutely would have cleared him. If you're at work, they would have cleared him.
I loaded my tools up.
I just wanted to clarify, to your knowledge, has TBI or Hawkins County, have they talked with those people who saw you at work that day?
Oh yeah, they've been all over the. Oh yeah, they question all the. I mean, they've been out there in all the subdivisions. The ones that I've not even been working in a long time. They talk to everybody I've ever known out there. And that's all I know because that's all I hang out with is those guys who I work. So yeah, they questioned all of them several times.
Don works all the time. All the time. Don, was you staying in any of those houses? Was you staying in any of those houses, Don? Did CPS not want you at your house? You had a microwave and everything, right? Right?
I figured, but there are people saying looking for that the police haven't confirmed your alibi or whatever, but they said that they've confirmed anyone's alibi.
Right.
So
Yeah. In my opinion, they don't believe your alibi, Donnie.
yeah, they're saying the fact that the police haven't said it means there's something wrong, but that's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my guess then. So she called you first and then she called 911 and the 911 call is at 6:29. So that means you must have been at work still at 6:30, right? And that would be when you quick threw the tools in the car and came home then at 6:30? So you got home
Yeah.
around like 7 o'clock, 7:10. That's gonna be
Yeah,
the
probably
40-minute
about
he's
7.
saying.
Candy, thank you so much. John DW, what was that incident at the horse pond? Good question. Good question. Because we didn't know anything. There was no incident that we were aware of at the horse pond.
Yep, he's gonna, that's the
Interesting.
40 minutes he's
Yeah.
gonna be probably saying, so.
Maybe not. Maybe he's got something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
Honestly,
knows?
don't even care.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even be watching.
We'll find out,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
I don't know how, I mean, we can't, there's no way unless you start recording your drive home from work every day, like, I don't know what's up with that.
I might have read it
At
wrong.
this point, I don't think it even matters what you do. I mean,
Yeah.
certain people have their mind made up, and you know how hard it is to change someone's mind.
Mhm.
I mean, talk about an animal squeezing through the eye of a needle. So that's easier than someone on the internet say, you know what, I was wrong.
Now, this was very early in. Very early in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, we'll keep praying. We keep hope that Summer is alive out there still somewhere. Do you still have that hope today?
Yeah, I'm just, for all y'all's, everyone supporting us, I just, please keep your prayers up, and hopefully God will turn this over.
It is strange, actually. It's strange that he called at 11:30 when they was first in the line before they went swimming in the Walgreens parking lot or drive-through, and said that he was going to stay later because they were going to go swimming. I don't think he realized. I think he got his times mixed up, and he didn't realize it was very early on. You don't work late at 11:30. You haven't had lunch yet, and your kids are home, right?
Oh, yeah. And maybe, he'll turn it, hopefully he'll turn it over and she'll be fine and come back home. Just keep praying, please, during the day, on my drives to and from work or when I'm alone, I can't do anything. I pray constantly. I can't stop. I can't even listen to music anymore. None of that stuff matters anymore.
There was a question when you talked about searching your property more. Are you aware of any like abandoned wells or anything like that around your property or on your property?
No, I don't think so. Well, one of my neighbors, his great grandparents owned this property, and I talked to him. And he said there were some, and he's went and looked for them himself and checked stuff out, and he can't find any. But they've searched this property. After the police got done with their searches, they kept sending searchers in and searching this area at least 10, 12 times. Over and over and over.
At home, was she safe when playing, or was she kind of like a daredevil? Like my youngest son is a daredevil. He'll jump.
So he was talking about wells there. I always think of Dylan Groves, baby Dylan Groves. He was an infant in Ohio, and his parents unalived him and put him in a well. Now, when you and I think of a well, we think of, something with a rope that goes down, when you draw it back up, or, a well that's, got a pump on it. Well, this, which I never knew existed until this case. This is literally a hole in the middle of a field beside, and it's used for farming. For instance, your cattle need water. Well, these farmers will just dig until they hit water. And sometimes they have to dig, and there is nothing around it. It is literally a hole. And what they do is they will drop a pump in it out in the middle of the field, and they'll pump their water out so they can feed their herd of cattle or whatever, agriculture, whatever they need it for. Hey, Lady May, where have you been? I was thinking about you. I was like, I have not seen Lady May. Where has she been? Good to see you, dear. We have one, yes, just a hole. It's deep too. So it did me two muscles. One of the hardest cases. It's a bad in that trial, and God bless the prosecutor on that. But they put two milk crates together, zip strapped them, obviously put baby Dylan in that, along with rocks and all of that. And it was, milk crates are, pretty good size, right? And they would have never have found him. Never. If the parents had not admitted it. And then, you don't even have, it doesn't even feel like you have hopeful parents in Dawn and Candace, because they're always like, well, statistically, I mean, within the first 3 hours, it was, I'll see her in the resurrection. Statistically, this doesn't look good. They don't have nothing. They are not going to find nothing. They're never going to find her.
Off of roof of cars and stuff like that? Or is she more like, let me play with Barbie dolls and not get hurt?
No, she's a tomboy. She likes to, I mean, she's be on that swing all the time and stuff. She likes to do things. She was a tomboy, but for a while there, she would run off, and at church she would even, play that hide and go seek thing. So that's why we was trying to teach her not to run off, because of we got bears and all kind of stuff going on up here. We just didn't realize how bad it was up here.
We got bears.
Yeah.
That will bring me to my next question then. Does she have, is there a favorite spot that if she was to get upset or something that she would like to go to? Does she have a hideout that y'all know about?
No, not really.
I think that, in my opinion, they constantly say the same thing over and over. And I think they say it so much that it's just second nature. They've got the script down, in my opinion, really well. And it's always, well, we got bears, coyotes, that's next.
Really, she liked to play on the back side of the house. I've kind of let it all grow up, though. We had some flowers planted back there, a rose bush, stuff like that. All these puppies are being mean to the littlest one. I don't know why. We got this runt here, and they're being all.
Oh, you. Oh. It's because he's the cutest of them all.
I don't know how well. He's the littlest guy.
So she would just go hide out back there, out back at the house there.
Well, I think you can see it. I let it all grow up. So there's a rose bush here. The sun would, when it was kind of spring and fall, the sun would always hit on this side of the house, and she would hang out back there. She always wanted to be outside. She's an outdoor person.
Do y'all remember? You hear Dawn says she wants to be outside. Do you guys remember Dawn saying her being outside was her downfall? Does any of you guys remember that? She would say he said that was her downfall. What does that mean? She was supposedly inside. Supposedly inside. Okay, so you guys remember. And when he says that, that kind of makes me think accident, in my opinion, not abduction, because I personally, there's no sign of an abduction. I don't think it is possible for someone to come up there in broad daylight, know that there is a child inside the door.
Film around this side. Now around this side. Now around this side.
Listen to the sound of that fucking door, people.
That door. Not remember if it's opened or closed. Right? Don't know if it's opened or closed, but didn't hear anything, didn't see anything in 2 minutes. So to me, abduction, based upon the story that Candace tells us, unless she is lying to us about the story and she actually went somewhere and she was just gone for a certain amount of time and someone would come up, or, for instance, like Summer would have went down to the road and then someone got her, that would be more believable. But again, she would have to be lying because right now she says the truth is, her truth, according to her, is 2 to 5 minutes something happened. If you've been to Ben Hill Road, you're like, hell no.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that before. She really liked to be outdoors.
Yeah.
Has Summer ever tried to run away before or take off before?
No, never.
This is my other thing. So supposedly one of the boys prior to Summer going missing got lost. They never called the police. They did find the boy allegedly. Well, I mean, if it happened, they obviously found him. But then, Jose said Summer would, walk around, run. That she went down, toward the road or something before. So Dawn and Candace says no, that never happened and never would happen. Is it just to make them look like better parents? Do you think? Helicopter parents, which they certainly are not. Certainly are not.
No, nothing like that. I mean, at the church, I mean, she has went outside before, but that's before we started teaching her not, that that's dangerous and everything. I think she was getting the message pretty well. I think, which, trying to
So
scare
she
her.
would like run outside during church or something?
Well, all the kids, not just her, but other kids would too. They'd go outside and they had a big tree there and they'd swing on it and they'd like to roll down the big grassy slope, and so there was other kids too, not just her.
So she kind of gravitate towards other children.
Yeah.
So that's not.
I mean, I remember being a kid and we for sure would be rolling down some hills
She would
too.
Oh yeah.
Excellent point, JD. Excellent point. Don lies to cops, detectives. We have seen that in his interrogation, he denied what happened to his sisters. Exactly when he has admitted to what happened to at least, one or two sisters. So if his lips are moving, he's lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did
She
Summer have a
would
lot
go
of
and
friends?
visit with Robin. She'd go find.
It's Robin.
Well, yeah. She liked all the girls there. Robin and the younger girls, and she would just hang out with them all the time. She'd come over and visit me, and every now and then give me a hug, and then she'd be off again, going to visit other people, which was fine. I felt comfortable with everybody there. No problem at all.
Who was her best friend besides Robin at church? Was there any friend that she would get together with?
What about the boy that went missing and they didn't call 911 about him, goes missing for less than 10 minutes and calls 911? Exactly, JPL. It is alleged that the boy went missing for several minutes, at the very least, from what I understand, alleged at least, and they never called. I personally am going with TBI, what they said. Summer went missing in early afternoon. Hey, Nicolina, good to see you. Benson, on some retreat, Bethany. Stacy. So I think she went missing early afternoon. I'm going with TBI on that. And I've got the timeline here, which, if you get home at 3:15 or so in the, 3:15 in the evening, and 15 minutes later, 3 phones go dark. Grandis, Candace, and guess what? Dawn's, who wasn't supposed to be at the house. Why the hell is his phone going blank as well? Riddle me that, Dawn. Riddle me that. Okay? Because guess what? In my opinion, you were at Ben Hill Road. You was not at work all day. Not at work all day. Hey, Jam.
Yeah, I don't know them by name, but I'd say they were probably, like 14, 15-year-old girls that hung out together there. I don't know. I just know that she liked to hang out with them, and they'd hold her hand. They really liked her too, but they just took her in like she was family, you know, and treated her really good.
There's some
Wist, absolutely. Cops do not delete anything, cast copies, the whole phone, lies, all lies. I spoke to a member of law enforcement and I asked them if for any reason they would ever delete something off of a phone. And they told me absolutely not, because all that's going to do is throw it out. Evidence is going to be thrown out. Absolutely not. Never going to do that.
people that are spreading around rumors. Of course, they have Robin involved in a lot of them also. Now,
Yeah.
there's some people that put videos out that after Summer went missing and some other situations happened, that you had left and went to, I don't know, Kentucky for a day or two. People are saying that Robin is the one who called you to go home to Candace. And, you know, there's people that speculate you had an affair with Robin and maybe Robin has Summer. Do you want the crazy things they will say, but
yeah, it's just, yeah, no, nothing like that. No, I'm trying to, you know, trying to keep the commandments, and that's a big part of that right there. It's the one thing I think, you know, cheating on your spouse is probably like one of the worst things you can do. You know.
Well, you held that one miserably, if that's what you believe. Don, pay for it in this life. Listen, pay for it in this life. Fix it in this life so you don't have to do it in the next. I'm telling you, you know better. Mike, I didn't get any email to that. I sent my email address. I'm looking, I'm refreshing. I still didn't get anything. I don't know what's up.
Break hearts all the way around, and that would really make God mad, I think. Well, I know it would. I'm not perfect, so. But yeah, that just tears families apart. You know, that's what he's trying to do. You know, or he's trying to tear all good things apart all the time. Yeah. So it's important to hang in there and keep them commandments at all costs. For sure. Yep.
Was Summer already enrolled at school?
Yeah, we have her enrolled in school and everything. We still have her book bag in there hanging up in the house. You know, just hoping for a miracle that she could come home. We're definitely hoping to.
Well, that's good, because some people were saying that you never even enrolled her to school. So she was all set and ready and enrolled. The school was expecting her.
Yep, has all her shots and everything all ready to go.
Okay, that was another question I had for you, was when was the last time, because there's also speculation that you didn't, that you guys didn't bring the children to the doctors often, which they think is a sign of abuse, like you guys trying to hide abuse on the children, which is why they didn't go to the doctors.
Well, you know, when it now there is photos of Summer at the dentist prior to her going missing. We do know that. However, it didn't appear to me that well, let me just show you. I don't think that they took these kids to the doctor very often whatsoever. It's just apparent that they didn't. I mean, I think personally that they were probably made. 1 second. Does that look like someone who really cares? No. Doesn't look like someone who cares to me. That's Summer's room. That's Summer's house. That's not country living. That is bullshit, is what that is. That's neglect. That is what that is. That is pure and simple neglect. One being from this, in my opinion, demon right here.
Yeah, they went to the doctors as often as they needed to and stuff, and yeah, they were all healthy. So,
And so Summer had
no
her
problem there.
5-year checkup through the doctor and everything, and was
Summer did not look healthy in a lot of pictures. She did not look healthy, particularly the last couple months of her life,
all ready for kindergarten then.
or what we suspect. Okay, the last couple months of her going missing, rather, I'll say.
And
Yeah, that's right.
okay, awesome. That's good.
Yeah, there are some people saying she was malnourished and
Yes.
whatnot. She
No.
looks happy and healthy and
Yeah.
strong to me. She didn't look
I did
lethargic,
agree with
like she looked really active, and
Oh yeah.
she looked healthy to me.
Yeah. Did you guys ever try to have her memorize phone numbers at all?
Holy heck, that girl. Thank you so much. Chaos and intentional misinformation from day one. They know and they watch. Lies are evident. Fun fact. Thank you so much, that girl. That's extremely generous and kind of you. I appreciate you. You know that. Thank you. It's very sad. You know, just thinking about I know the holidays are really hard for a lot of people. And I see pictures of Summer with her Christmas gifts that it's really sad. She has like Dollar Tree bullshit for Christmas. And I get it that it's not about the gifts or anything, particularly for us older people, but they should have gotten a lot better than that. If Dawn can spend an obscene amount in coke, then you know, you would think that they could spend a little bit more on their kids. This is coming from parents who hasn't seen the boys in nearly 2.5 years and wanted to get them a Nintendo, some type of Nintendo for the three of them from a fucking pawn shop. You haven't seen them since not much, after in July of 2021. A Nintendo. That smells of probably cigarettes and, ass from a pawn shop. I don't have that photo of the Christmas handy. If I did, I would show it to you, but I don't have it. It's unbelievable. And they weren't poor.
Would there be any way she would know mom's phone number or your phone number or grandma's by chance?
No, and that's one thing I wish I could have done or would have thought about. Even just 911. If something happens, if she could just find a phone and dial 911 would be a really good thing. But I don't.
Spirit Seeker, thank you so much, my dear, for gifting one membership. God bless you, honey. You are amazing. Just an amazing human being. And thank you for working so hard on the video you did for summer. Just the things that you and your brilliant subscribers pointed out. Thank you. Mike sent me this. Let me show you this real quick. Robin's reply. It says, at Sandra, if you watched the interview 3 times, surely you must have mistaken what I said 3 times. At no point did anyone, quote, tell me to scratch out the red truck, end quote. Nobody ever told me to do that. I did that on my own because I had been misinformed by an entity that I chose not to name to you or anyone online. As I have said before, I will gladly answer questions to anyone wearing a badge. I do owe, quote, the people an answer. I owe the authorities an answer, which you are not. May God bless you, as I know all of this rage is because you care so much about a missing child that we all care so deeply. I feel your rage at times, and I've learned to take all that energy and put it into praying for Summer and her family and all the people who are worried about her. I understand. I truly do. Bless you. Interesting. Yeah, I think so too, Lady May. I think so too. I absolutely do think that. All right, let's get back with Creeper of the Night, shall we? AKA Dawn. Think about this man sitting outside your house for 2 hours. Because this is what he looked like one night, sitting outside of someone's house before he became the panty bandit.
Thought anything like this would ever happen. I thought we was perfectly safe here.
Oh, and to clear that up, because they're picking that apart too, saying you always knew something was going to happen to Summer. You didn't mean you thought she was going to get abducted or anything like that. Could you like explain what you meant by you always thought something was going to happen?
Yeah, I just always had a feeling deep down. You know, I don't know if an angel was telling me that or letting me know, but I always just had a feeling that something was going to happen to her. You know, and I've told Candace, I don't know how many times, to watch her closely. She's my baby. I love her with all my heart. Please watch her closely. And I just attribute it to God letting me know ahead of time and be ready for something. I just didn't know what it was, you know, until it happened. And then when it happened, you know, of course I knew, you know, that you know, that's the only way I can really explain it.
Yeah, so
I think we all do have a
sense of something.
That, I mean, you know, when TBI said this is definitely outside the norm, they weren't kidding. They weren't kidding. Because this is definitely outside the norm. Because parents don't say that. Parents don't say that I knew something was always going to happen to her. 1 second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I have family here right now, and a lot going on. So, I apologize as well. If my face is a little red and my eyes are a little red and my nose is a little red. I had a little tune-up a couple days ago. I'm trying to like get it all together. I apologize. All right. That's all I need to do is start crying and get next to a fan or a flame. I'm trying to keep my thing off as much as possible. All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
How was Summer with all of the animals that you guys would take in? I bet she must have really loved that.
Yeah, she loves all animals and love life. And, yeah, I mean, she loved to beat up her brothers any chance she got. If we were yelling at one of her brothers, or she'd come up behind us with a stick or something, and she'd hit him a good one. That was just her nature. She thought she was doing us a favor by taking it a step further, you know. And, her brothers miss her a lot.
I can't imagine.
That's it. Jailhouse religion.
Some people wonder, why do you
There we go.
I can't imagine.
Always past tense.
some people wonder, why do you speak in past tense? if you still think, like, have hope that summer's alive. Some of us, including myself, like, when I saw you on the news, I noticed that you speak as if summer's gone, and you see all the comments everyone says too. But yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I can't quite explain all that. You know, I mean, I try to catch myself because I know people are on the guard for that and watching for that. But
Oh, I bet you try to catch yourself, Don. You catch yourself all the time, don't you? We catch you as well. All the time. Like the day you said, share. Nobody was home except for me. I wasn't home. You catch yourself.
it's just, I guess, the language I've learned. I don't know. I can't really explain that. There's no, I wish I had an example of a sentence that I might have said. I don't know. I can't think of any right this second. I think a lot of people speak in past tense and not realize it. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I've actually had a couple. I've had some people reach out to me who have actually had missing loved ones or passed on loved ones, and they actually say that it's more common to speak in past tense. So they actually didn't see a problem, and they wanted to let you know that they support you. And sometimes people just read too much into things like that. Oh, I wanted to ask too. Have you noticed anything else that went missing, or was it only Summer? I know she didn't have shoes on, but was there anything else? Like, if she was to take off, was she missing a teddy bear? Was she missing a toy? Was it just Summer? Was it Summer and a pair of shoes?
It was just Summer missing as far as we know, but and we've had people come up here at night, in the middle of the night, and then steal gas and other odds and ends and stuff.
Thank you, Candy.
But we haven't had that problem for a while, as far as we know. But, as far.
I want to know. Don says, that after Summer left, it became unsafe for the kids up there, and people was coming up to his house. Thank you, Spirit Seeker. Who are those people? I mean, I know that there was the psychic situation and stuff, but did they go up to his house? Did they actually track up the hill and go up in his house? Is this live now? Yes, Jess, it's live. We're here. He admitted the bait and kept, I mean, I'm live. This interview's old, if that's what you mean. Are those his $400 sunglasses? $400 sunglasses. I wouldn't spend $400 on a pair of sunglasses. Thank you, pretty. Yes, pretty. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's good to see you, dear. You're right. We're constantly catching stuff. You're like, oh my God, I never noticed it that way before. That's exactly right. He didn't even know her date of birth. No. I worked all the time, brother. I worked all the time. But yet he says, he takes her down, and puts her to bed at night and sleeps nude. That is so wrong. That's so wrong. It's so wrong. I don't know substance use, but I hope and pray to God that this is soon. That this is soon, because it's driving us all mad. This little girl needs answers. And to think about this, like, yes, it's been 2.5 years. But the day that she is found or there is an arrest, we're technically only halfway through it at that point. We're technically only halfway through it. Because then we have justice. Right now we're trying to find where she is, who did this, why they did it, which is, I'm not going to solve it. We're not going to solve it as the public. We are constantly learning. But ultimately, the public, it takes someone to say what they know as well. Someone out there knows more. They always know more. Someone who watches this or has watched this or will watch this knows more. Summer just didn't disappear off the face of the planet. She just didn't disappear. Kids don't just disappear. One of the theories are correct, Justin. Well, I don't believe the parents' account, that is for sure. I don't believe that.
We know just Summer is missing.
She was barefoot.
Yeah. Yeah, because she always went around barefoot. We could put shoes on her and go to town, but she'll pick them off in the car or whatever, It's hot here in Tennessee.
Sure does that exact thing. As soon as we get in the truck, she takes her shoes off.
Yep, I don't like shoes, and my kids all do that also. Yeah, we getting.
Oh, it's hot in Tennessee? Oh, imagine that. You know what the thing you should have done? Yeah, which makes perfect sense in the middle of June, is to throw a big jacket over her and zip it up that has a hood and keep the air conditioner off and no moving air that really matters, in the middle of the day while you're inside shopping. Seems, right? If you ever see a child, an animal, or anyone that is inside of a car and it's hot outside, there is no air conditioner on, windows are up or even halfway up, call the police. Always.
I'll take my shoes off. So yeah, I get that. Now, did you guys notice anyone? I know there was the land for sale by you, but was there anything else that was like odd maybe people hanging around for maybe a day or two before Summer went missing, or like now thinking back, it's been over 2 months. Is anything else? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, when that land first went up for sale, there was a lot of people in here looking at that land. There was all kinds of different cars parked down there looking at that particular piece of property. And then, from what I understand, the Dobbs guy, he's camped down there. I guess I wasn't even aware of it, but my neighbors made us aware of it. But yeah, there was.
So here he's, you know, throwing people that looked at the property, Jackie Dobbs, which is a old man that out of all of them, he is literally the last person on my list personally. He's old, he can't get around good. Yeah. He's not one that, yeah. But, you know, Don has to throw everyone under the bus except, you know, him take accountability for the crap that they do.
Kind of people down here that, you know, looking at that same piece of property. But, you know, I just can't put my finger on who it could possibly be, who took her. I'd do anything if we could figure it out. I'd do anything if we could bring her home. You know, she's the greatest gift I've ever had in my life. You know, and, I'll do anything, you know, in this world to get her back. But we're still trying everything. You know.
In my opinion, it doesn't seem like there is desperation in his voice. Who calls the sheriff's department directly and not 911? Mm-hmm. Who does that? I mean, your kid's missing. It's not like it's an emergency or anything, right? It doesn't seem like there's any yeah, we'd love to get her back. You know, I'll do anything. You don't hear. Natalie Holloway's mother, Beth Holloway, 20 years later, has conviction still in her voice. Dawn, this was not too terribly long after Summer went missing. Love to get her back. Never loved anyone like that in my life. Oh, wow, pretty much. Even on day 13, when they finally did their first televised interview, which who the hell waits that long to begin with? You know, I'd like you to at least come here and explain yourself. Not Summer, mommy's here, daddy's here. We're doing everything we can to find you. We're going to find you, baby. We love you. None of that. You know, 13 days later, statistically, it's not very good. You know, I'll see her in the resurrection. You know, that red truck, I'd at least like you to come and explain yourself. Justin, did you see Dancing Queen's comment? I did not. You are the Dancing Queen. I'm looking for it. How far back was it? Am I missing it? All right, give me the rundown of what Dancing Queen said. Because I've went way back. I'm not seeing it. Justin, do you know if Robin ever made another trip to Hawaii after the first one? I don't know. I really don't. Has a pink bow before her. I don't see it. Can you just give me a rundown of what it said? Exactly. Exactly. How does a father, how does a human being say that? How do you know? I mean, it's not natural. It's just not natural. Little Deb, I do too. I do too. When Robin was telling Chris why she crossed the red truck off the flyers, Chris had a message running saying, "Still looking for it." No, I've never met Robin. Yeah, 2 people missing in one family. It's not normal either. Um, can someone give me like what Dancing Queen said? Dancing Queen, as I recall, she has only been to Hawaii once.
Trying to put anything together we can with, our friends and stuff. It's trying to help us work on this stuff. And so far, we just haven't come up with anything.
There's some
Yeah.
people that are saying rumors that there was life insurance on Summer.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what, people just like to spread rumors, and yeah, that's not true. Yeah. I didn't think it was.
Now, there's also another.
Oh, you mean like spread rumors and play games? Is that what you mean by that, Don? Is that what you mean? All right. Dancing Queen says, intro with his baby having. No, I did not see that. Yeah. I don't know about that. It's weird.
Rumor along with that, that there was an inheritance from somebody, either your dad passed or Candace's dad.
I see people talking about cremations. This one, I can tell you, she was not cremated by any funeral home, whether it was paid for or unpaid for, because of the way that the crematory works. I used to work in a funeral home. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That girl. Just do whatever you think's right. Because the way that crematories work is whenever, I mean, there's a big computer attached to these the crematory, and you have logs that you and someone else has to sign on. So 2 people have to log on it. How long it has been on. I'm telling you that it has not ever been even remotely a thing.
Passed, and that there was an inheritance left to Summer.
Not that I'm aware of. No. No.
Okay. You had mentioned that you were really wanting to move your family out of Tennessee back to Utah. What made you move to Tennessee to begin with?
Well, my mom.
Yes, Tina, we was looking at that. Candace, she whipped
Mom
at
got
it.
sick. She had MRSA, and she had no one here to help her after her husband passed away. So we come down here to help her, and she ended up leaving us her property, which I'm very thankful.
True crime junkie. Yes, technically they can. However, it takes an immense amount of, like in India, they do crematory by the holy Ganges River. They do it there, but it takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and it doesn't do it like an actual crematory. So, and then they put the ashes and bones in their holy river, is what they do. I called HC, asked question. They referred me to TBI. Really? Very good. Very good. Oh, sorry, I
Just
muted.
don't know
Sorry.
what to do. Just take it out there right now. I don't know if I want to move back, actually, but I don't know. This, if I could find, I don't know. I'd like to find Summer, but
Listen to this. I'd like to find Summer, but I mean, listen to this.
out there right now. I don't know if I want to move back, actually, but I don't know. This, if I could find, I don't know. I'd like to find Summer, but just don't know what to do this particular time anymore. No, just hanging in there right now for all we got. And I'd like
How
for
do
my
you
kids
feel
to
today
see.
the investigation?
I'd like to find Summer, but yeah. Just doesn't seem
Is going? Does it seem like they're still working on it really hard? Does it kind of seem like it's being forgotten a little bit, or?
Well, it's always seemed like they're just forgetting about the whole thing to me, but I know that they are working it as much as they can.
Hey, Erica J.
that's why, I want to try to, that's why I wanted to turn to social media and try to get her picture out there as much as possible. But I just don't know, I don't think the police know anything. Nobody can figure out anything at this time. It just seems like, everybody's given up. We had some people go talk to Allie, and she won't talk about anything. And Chris McDonough told her not to talk to anybody, and things like that. So it's just, there's nothing we can do. Just hope that a good citizen at some point in time sees Summer and helps us get her back. That's the only thing we can hope for, and God will turn it over.
So if you, Don, if you got a miracle, you got a call, and you got this call,
This is a good question Chair asked. Very good question, I think.
and you were told you're getting all the manpower there is on this earth, where do you send them to, Don? Where are we going? Where are we looking? You get all of the manpower on earth, everything, helicopters, dogs, you get everything there is.
You get all the manpower, everything. Where are we looking?
At your fingertips, and you got them for 24 hours. Where are you sending them to?
That I wouldn't have a clue on. I don't know. I mean, like I say, the only thing we know is that she was put into a car. And we're pretty.
Oh, the only thing we know is that she was put into a car. Okay. Because law enforcement didn't say that. They said there is no evidence of an abduction. The only thing we know is she was put into a car. And he catches himself.
Sure, anyway, because I couldn't find her scent anywhere around the property except for down to the road.
Oh, really?
So we're pretty sure she got into a car. She could be anywhere.
Yeah.
In 2 months' time, I mean, she could be anywhere at all.
Do you have any kind of, I guess, intuition, they would say, that maybe she's in Tennessee still?
Well, after talking to a lot of my neighbors around here, and I plan on talking to a lot more, but after talking to many people around here, if a person from around here were to do something like that, they wouldn't be calling the cops out here.
Doing what?
They wouldn't be worrying about no cops. This person wouldn't be able to live in this area or be around this area. And so, I mean, that's just unheard of stuff for the beach tree. They do have, it's rough and they do some things, but that's crossing the line of ethics, for
It's crossing the line of ethics, Don says. You think?
whatever. And a lot of people have told me they just can't see anybody from around this area doing something like that. And I know a lot of people.
I'm going to rewind that. I'm going to run that. We're going to listen to that again without me interrupting.
So we're pretty sure she got into a car.
Don, where are we going? Where are we looking? You get all of the manpower on earth, everything, helicopters, dogs, you get everything there is at your fingertips, and you got them for 24 hours. Where are you sending them to?
That I wouldn't have a clue on. I don't know. I mean, like I say, the only thing we know is that she was put into a car. We're pretty sure anyway, because I couldn't find her scent anywhere around the property except for down to the road. So we're pretty sure she got into a car. She could be anywhere.
Yeah.
In 2 months' time, I mean, she could be anywhere at all.
You have it.
You know what's interesting to me is he says in another interview is that if someone knew the back roads, that there is a back road or whatever that a person would know that there wouldn't be, like any cameras. Well, if someone knew that, they would have to be a local. You would have to be a local. And he's sitting here like, oh, nobody around here would do something like that. It just don't happen here. Yeah. Yeah. He said that, Amy Lou. Yeah. Sure did.
Any kind of, I guess, intuition, they would say, that maybe she's in Tennessee still?
Well, after talking to a lot of my neighbors around here, and I plan on talking to a lot more, but after talking to many people around here, if a person from around here were to do something like that, they wouldn't be calling the cops out here. They wouldn't be worrying about no cops. This person wouldn't be able to live in this area or be around this area. And so, I mean, that's just unheard of stuff for the beach here. They do have.
Yeah, I mean, there's not been any other child abductions or missing children in East Tennessee that I'm aware of since Summers went missing.
Yeah, it's rough and they do some things, but that's crossing the line of ethics, or whatever. And a lot of people have told me they just can't see anybody from around this area doing something like that. And I know a lot of people have thought about it for a long time and tried to put.
Bingo, Marlena. Yet he continued throwing locals under the bus. Guess who's not a local? Don. Can.
Put it together, and they just can't think of anybody that would do something like this. Which
I mean, would you think that, a man that admitted to SAing his sisters, that says he has seen things happen to children in hotels in California, that based upon a police report stood outside of a stranger's home and then went into her backyard where her washroom was, and climbed through, the door or whatever, and stole panties, stuffed him in his pocket, and the police, he told the police that he was going to use it to pleasure himself with later. Living with two of the most violent child R's in Arkansas, saying that a minor had a body from hell. There's more stories that I can say. So, that's what makes us question it. Don saying locals wouldn't do that. TBI saying there is no sign of a stranger abduction. I want to show you this. Let me show you this. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either.
after crews have found no trace of the child. But tonight, News Channel 5's Nick Barris with an exclusive look at how authorities investigate these cases from behind the scenes, especially when foul play may be involved.
Children never found. You need to go no further than the high-profile Joe Clyde Daniels case. His father was convicted of murder, but the boy's remains were never found. The question many asking now, what is the fate of Summer Wells? It's been 36 long days since the 5-year-old was reported missing from her home in Hawkins County, Tennessee. That is a long time for a missing child.
The longer you go, it is less likely that you're going to have a successful recovery. About 1% of children survive longer than 24 hours. And so we're hoping that Summer Wells is going to be that 1%er. She's going to be a 1%er.
Margie Quinn headed up the state's Amber Alert program for 11 years before leaving the TBI, and she is an expert in human trafficking. She's not involved in the Wells investigation, but she's followed it and knows abduction is a strong possibility, but not likely for human trafficking.
That's always the public's first thought is they've been abducted and trafficked. People who are going to traffic young people are not going to abduct them. It brings too much attention.
The Summer Wells case has been highly publicized. If she were to suddenly show up on an internet site, people would know. She's not there. So what are the TBI and FBI currently doing?
I think in any case like that, especially where they've had, 800-900 different leads, and you've got to look at every possible angle.
Jeremy Lofquest is a TBI special agent in charge working abductions and human trafficking. Sources have told News Channel 5 it now appears unlikely Wells just wandered off, or bloodhounds certainly would have found something. So the focus shifts more to foul play. Agent Lofquest is not directly involved with the Wells case, but says it is being handled like other similar missing child cases.
You look at all the relationships, you look at all the circumstances there at the beginning, or what you think's the beginning, and follow the timeline.
That includes questioning parents, siblings, relatives, everyone close to the child, or those who live nearby.
Neighbors are going to be interviewed. Sex offenders in the area are going to be interviewed. Anybody with a likelihood to have committed this kind of crime.
It's all been done, and still, after more than a month of searching, questioning, and hundreds of tips to the TBI hotline, nothing. No suspects, no trace of Summer Wells. No one is giving up, but the simple fact is this. Without any new credible leads or a person who knows someone coming forward, Summer Wells, like Joe Clyde Daniels, another 5-year-old who vanished, may never be found. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
So clearly, this woman that retired from the TBI said that there's no sign and that it's very unlikely that Summer would have been trafficked, that is generally the first thing that comes to the public mind, and that the dogs would have probably found her, the technology would have probably found her, the people would have most likely found her during that time. So what is it? Well, they say foul play, but there's no sign of an abduction whatsoever.
God just be with all of us. God just be with all of us, because we all share this little girl and we're all together. That's why we're all together with a purpose. So let's not fight. I love you, God. I give you all the glory in your holy name, your son's holy name, Jesus Christ. I pray. Amen. Don't ask me.
Amen, Auntie Sherry.
Amen. Don't ask me to say a prayer if you're going to interrupt me.
It looked like you was froze up, Sherry.
You interrupted God.
The boys are still hanging the stuff on the trees.
They look like monkeys.
I know. So
She'll let him pull up your pants, Hud. I saw you go by.
That was not the clip I was looking for. Sorry, that wasn't the clip I was looking for. So, to me, this only leads one thing, and that is foul play. And the only people that we know right now that is not cooperating with the investigation, the only people that they have knocked the doors down, according to Don, 8 times, is the Wells, the parents. Where are you from? CPS was closing in on Don. I hope so. I hope so, in my opinion, at least. Everyone is allowed to have their opinion here, and that's that. Yeah, the tree trimmers, all of that. These guys work in groups. They travel together. They work together day in and day out. Tree trimmers is, no, I just don't think the tree trimmers had anything to do with it. They are 100% suspect with law enforcement knocking in the door. Yeah, Candace won't even talk about it. She won't even talk about the timeline. Now, she'll show you her, her collaring that she's done and, her picture cutouts and stuff, and that's all fine and dandy. But, as far as her doing anything, no, she feels like they're interrogating her. Why would a mother feel like she's being interrogated? Her daughter is missing. Her daughter is missing. Mike sent something else here. What is this, Mike? Robin Lane. Thank you, friend. And I'm sorry if I was mean in my last comment. I just have heard so many hundreds, thousands, question mark, of similar comments that I can't help but stand up for those who are not proven guilty. You're right, though. We just don't know. Yeah. I mean, listen, Don and Candace, they are not guilty in the court by any stretch of the imagination right now. They're not. And if they are arrested, or when they are arrested, that is when they have every right to a fair trial. If that day comes, if they are, charged with anything, but you're not the court, I'm not the court, and we all have opinions. And I think anybody with a functioning brain sees the history of these parents with children, their drug history, their family history, the people that they have lived with, the things that they have admitted. them not cooperating with their daughter's investigation. It's taken them so long to get in front of a camera. The mother still says, I feel like I'm being interrogated. They don't know their daughter's birthday even. Of course you're going to look at that and be like, what the hell? Something's wrong here. Losing 9 children? Yeah. Absolutely. So what does that mean? And, you know, I've always said, me personally, regardless if, you know, they had nothing to do with Summer's disappearance, they're still not good people, in my opinion. They're just not. Does that mean they can't have good qualities about them? Does that mean they may not be nice at times? You may even like them at a time, or, you know, whatever. It's still not going to change my opinion on the neglect, which was 1,010% neglect. 1,010%. Then why lie constantly? Yeah. Why? Why lie constantly? Why have this? Where's it at? He tried to hurt my daughter. Mom? Mommy? Help me. 2.5 years. That is the most out of any video that I've seen of Summer. The most I have ever saw her talk is a 911 call. Screaming, Mom, Mommy, help me. He tried to hurt my daughter. He tried to hurt my daughter. And if that is not enough for you, Candace is saying that Dawn tried to hurt Summer. What more do you need? because it's not normal for a 5-year-old to go screaming for her mother, asking for help, that her father is trying to hurt her on a 911 call. So when I hear, oh, Dawn's about to grieve herself to death, well, Sean Williams has been caught. What more do you need? And I believe in my opinion, Dawn has always been my number one. I don't know. I'll check. Let me check. He was spotted 6 hours ago in Pinellas County. Let me check here. Breaking: Sean Williams, escaped fugitive, wanted for several federal crimes, including S crime against women and children, is now in custody in Florida per U.S. Marshals. No way, that's where I am. Yep, captured in Florida. Williams has been on the run 30 plus days after escaping from a transport van in Greenville, Tennessee. Should learn more shortly. Vehicle stolen from a Greenville woman found in Florida. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Yep. Pinellas deputies apprehended Sean Williams, an escaped convict of Tennessee. Let's see what this says. Yep. He's been caught. He has been caught. I'll text Trevor. Me texting. Capture Florida. All right, guys. That's wonderful. 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 Thank you, Rita, for telling us that. It's very kind of you. Yep, he has been captured. Great news. And so, two good things happened today. Two good things happened today, so that's good. Has anyone seen when evil entered community post from 7 hours ago. We'll go check it. Love when evil entered. I'll subscribe. Haven't already. Hey everyone, it's that time of year where we gather around the table and enjoy some delicious. Before you dig in, I want to remind you of some safety tips to make sure. First of all, don't forget to wash your hands. That one? Or the Jody Sue Brown. Okay. Did Jody Sue Brown post this guy's picture? Is that the ladder rack? Zoom into the back seat of the yellow truck. What do you see? Lighten the contrast and look for the reflection. Let me see here. I don't know. Oh, okay. I can't. I'll let y'all do that. That's interesting. Guys, I am at 2 hours and 11 minutes. I want to let other people go live. PG will be live shortly. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. I will be live tomorrow at some point. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. God bless each and every single one of you. Please hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing. Good night and God bless.